classes, everything is their religion. You don't know why. You go to university to study Islamic religious knowledge, Christian religious knowledge, but they have not put African traditional religion there. So you go and learn spirituality and learn and see the secret of their religion. When you learn spirituality, you see that Allah is an idol. Because you offer sacrifices to Allah, you mention his name before you slaughter the animal. Allah has a holy place where they go there to worship him. And there's a black stone there. And he has a day we worship him, Fridays. And we have 2 festivals for Allah, so that during those periods, Allah will have a bumper harvest. What is it that you motherfuckers are not comprehending? Any God that takes sacrifices is an idol. Any God that has a day that they used to worship is an idol. Any God that has a holy place is an idol. And he has a symbol. You think the Creator came and chose Saudi Arabia as his holy ground, and my house is, my ground can kiss his ass. The Creator mentioned he sent over 125,000 prophets, but he mentioned only 25 of them in both the Bible and the Quran. And only one is from Arabia. The rest are Hebrews and Aramaic. And he did not mention one from Africa, from your home. Is that the Creator? You don't know what these people, you people, you are not researching. So this is how they are preaching you. Everywhere, religion. But every minute, every hour, our living conditions becomes harder and harder. People are dying because of poverty. Our national debt is increasing. Filth is in governance. Armed robbery, crimes are increasing. Fornication, sexual promiscuity, abortion, thievery are increasing. So if these malams and pastors are saying, if they are sensible, they would have paused and say something is wrong. But they cannot, because they were programmed. They are bewitched to do that. And that is why I'm doing this video. I'll come and show you how they were programmed. So they told us that our ancestors worship idols. They're saying that's why we are suffering. If you don't make your own goods and commodities, how are you going to prosper in your country? But before their Islam and Christianity, we were not borrowing nobody. We were not suffering. There was no sexual promiscuity. Girls went to their marital homes with their chastity. And there was no thievery. So when they tell you that it is our forefathers who sin, that's why you are suffering. Then you ask them, what sin was that? They say they worship idols. Then you tell them that the Prophet Muhammad broke idols in Arabia. That means the Arabians' ancestors to worship idols. And every land worship idols. Then they will not say, our ancestors, our forefathers offered human sacrifices to their idols. Meanwhile, when a Muslim is slaughtering a human being, shouting Allahu Akbar, that is a human sacrifice to Allah, but he does not know. When you go to the Quran, that is Surah Al-Ma'idah. That's Quran chapter 5, verse 4 downwards. That the ancient house is Mecca, the boundaries of Masjid Muharram, and including Mina. So when you go there to do Hajj and you die there, you have offered yourself as a sacrificial lamb to Allah. So when Allah needs blood, he will cause confusion among the pilgrimage, and they will step on each other and kill people there. Allah will come and take. Didn't you see that Syrians kill themselves and their water turns to blood? Allah is the God of war, and he takes human blood. So the Arabians still kill people to offer sacrifices to Allah, but they are rich. It's not only our ancestors who worship idols. I am not refusing or refuting the claim that our ancestors offered human sacrifices to idols, but I'm saying idolatry is everywhere, and even right now, everybody is worshiping idol. The Allah you are worshiping is an idol. So why are we still poor? So maybe they don't know this, but tell them that even the Arabians also worship idols. Their ancestors also worship idols. They will tell you, we offer human sacrifices. Then you tell them the Chinese don't even believe in any God. The Japanese are atheists. They are worshiping their kami, but they are developed. How come? then they become confused. Then they will not say, it's because we don't follow God's words. Is it because we are poor? That's why we can't follow God's words, or because we don't follow God's words, that's why we are poor. In any case, we knew that before Islam and Christianity, when we were not following any God's word, we were better off. So which is which? The Chinese are not Muslims, they are not Christians. The Japanese are not Muslims, they are not Christians. The Singaporeans, the Europeans, they are just pretending. Go to America and Europe, they don't go to church. They are just lying to you. But they are well off. And I'm telling you, it is science and technology that will develop a country, not prayers. So the pastors and the malams don't know what they are talking about. Then, when they are outwitted, they will not say, it's bad leaders. Allah gave us bad leaders because he hated us. They will say, it is highly educated people who are corrupt and looting us. It is because of you, the ignorant masses. That is why these pigs are looting us. These politicians, NDC and MPP. Because of you, the ignorant masses. That's why they are looting us. So the Muslims don't know what they are talking about. And then you told us that Prophet Muhammad said, if you want to preach the sin that is going on in your community. Why are pastors and Muslims not preaching against corruption in this country? Because they don't even know what is corruption. They don't know. So you people are so ignorant. Why are you those ignoramuses? You those neonatal creatures. You get the opportunity to preach us. So you are our curses. Not any generational curse. So somebody came here and taught us to live a lie. And we are living that lie. What are those lies? There are two religions. Islam and Christianity are falsehood. They are false religion. The greatest lies to ever been peddled in human history is Islam and Christianity. If you think I am lying to you, look at our lives. And before Islam and Christianity, we didn't bother anybody. So we are living a lie. And they know that you don't fuck with nature. You can cheat yourself for nature, but you can never cheat nature. So we say, where Jimmy? Now you catch say, where Jimmy? Na say, bufua. Jimmy no shishan so baguswa. And we say, where Jimmy ampa? Se wonya botre entie na yenkyere wonyansa ye nananam se nya ansa waye na wansesa wa brabo a wo be bresa bewu wo mba be bresa bewu wo nana na wo be bresa be just like senior wo papa ne wo nana brewu ye no because anokre no ahwero nti ne wagie di no ayentro nyame bie ni babia ye bom paye ma no ye yi apaye ma abosom enya ne ye pe. Na wo pese wo bom payema obo ade no a fafa wo nananom samanfo so na ka kire wo se won fa nko to a wo so nananom sa kotu obo ade no na obo ade fa wo so ye nya wo pema wo eninti na bible be ka kire se Jesus na mama ye Mary mama ye Joseph Joseph father is this up to Adam, and they will say Adam is the son of God. They are telling you the truth, but you don't know. You go to Arabia, you will hear somebody's name, Ziyad bin Mawiyad, bin this, bin that, bin this, up to 15 generations. And that's that person's name. They are telling you that honor your ancestors. So you don't honor the land, your land's gods and your ancestors, and you are serving other people's gods and they are benefiting. And you say it's your ancestors who sent and you ask. So these people came and taught us falsehood. They are false religions. And they knew very well that when we practice those bullshits as a religion, you live in a dilapidated structure, a touch room, maybe your father's home, and you are married, you have 2 wives, you want to give birth more for some asshole to be happy on the day of judgment. What are you doing for your ancestors to be happy on the day of judgment? If you live in such a structure, you are giving birth more, the children will suffer. Because the problem by which your father couldn't build houses for you, you have not tackled that problem. So if you get 1 room in your father's house, your children will come and sleep in the veranda, and your children's children will come and sleep outside. Your father couldn't build a proper functioning toilet, bathhouse, kitchen in that house. And it is you to give birth more for Prophet Muhammad. You are not tackling the problem. So when you are becoming poorer and poorer and poorer, they will come and tell you, when you die, you go to heaven. And that fits in. So generations upon generations, you are suffering. So it's not a generational curse. It's a generational orchestration. The lies that we are handing onto our children, that's the religious lies, Islam and Christianity, that is what they are using to destroy us. So it is not your ancestors' sin. It is your stupidity, extreme idiocy. I have a brother in this community who has 2 wives, but he's living in a rented single room. One of our brothers is staying at Kumasi, a people teacher. He came here, and the Sunnis chief imam met him and said, my brother, haven't you married? He said, no. Then he asked him, do you have an accommodation at Kumasi? He said, yes, that if you have an accommodation, you're supposed to marry. And he said, I don't have a job. I'm living in a rented accommodation. That yes, if only you have a room, you must marry and give birth. This Malam is a Neanderthal creature. He does not understand anything about economics. And it is these Neanderthal creatures, these wordless, useless, hopeless, illiterate morons who are going about preaching us. And they get the opportunity to preach us everywhere. And when you start telling them, no, that is not the truth, they will go to their fetishists, the spiritual malams, tell them they should kill you. The very people you are demonizing as shirk. So there's no devil more deadlier than the malam and the pastor. But you don't know. And they are those that you worship. That's why this guy is here fucking around. Latif Bukhari, what do I say? My brother, it will not be easy to take out of 72 virgins from my people's head. For them to listen to other side of the SB. Thank you very much. So let's move on. It's not a generational curse. It is extreme idiocy. And they use the religion to lie. We are living a lie. And I might just jump over to them. We are living a lie. So their religions are a diversion, distraction, so that you don't see the light. You don't sit down, think, and discover the truth. And that they are telling you shouldn't listen to some of us. The generational curse they told us is a diversion from the truth. The truth is that we are supposed to make our own goods and patronize them here. But before we can make them, we must acquire knowledge. So you don't throw away your heritage, you improve it. So if you cannot make cars, go and learn other people's technology, pay patents, pay money and get patents. Come and do re-engineering. That is what Rwanda, China, Japan did. India has started. And then Nigeria have closed their borders. They want to also produce their own goods and commodities. So every country, the economy of every country is pivoted on local manufacturing and patronage. They didn't tell us this. And they use their religions to destroy our thinking. So it is ignorance that makes you suffer, not your ancestors. Me, I'm impoverished because I was a very faithful Muslim. They told us we shouldn't soothsay, and we shouldn't take bribe. I was teaching. I completed college in 2005. Because of bribery, I quit government job. By now, I should have been a professor. And they said, my salary was blocked for close to 10 years. They said I should go to the hinterlands and they will perform rituals. I said, you said we shouldn't perform rituals. Now that I have come to realize that they lied to us, that is why I'm hitting hard at them. So the truth is that, one, ignorance is what is making you suffer. External forces that are pinning you down, working against you. So their religions are destroying your lives. When you live a lie, when you are stupid, ignorant, and idiotic, you will suffer before you die. If you say Ghana goods, Ghana rice have stones, so you won't chop it, you will suffer. If you say our Drinking pots don't cool water. You want fridges to drink cool water. Your children will come and drink hot water. So we must patronize made in Ghana goods. And there are other little things that we do in this country that are destroying us. For instance, they say we should give birth more. Allah will take care of them. That is a lie. There's no any Allah anywhere taking care of anybody. Even their own books are telling them that Allah says, He don't abort your children because He takes care of you before you can even take care of your children. But you, the person Allah says He takes care of you, you are working. Why don't you sit down for Allah to come and take care of you? So I'm telling you that if Allah is the creator, He has put everything you want here. So don't give birth to the child and say He will come and take care of you. And no matter who tells you that, it's lying to you. Because you, the one Allah said He's taking care of you. You are working. How much more the child who is not working? So they lie to you. So we give birth more. We can't build for them. So they'll be suffering. And because of that, teenage pregnancy everywhere. We can't marry anymore. And our situation has become worse. So right now, my sisters, little sisters and elder sisters, and even some of my aunties, they've left their children in this village and they've run to Accra, searching for money, money conscious. Everybody's looking for money, cash. Nobody is doing research. Nobody is looking for knowledge. You go to the market, you see market women selling. All of them, none of them is a business professional. You go to our busy street, people will be selling. None of them is a business professional. You go to the central business areas of our cities, metropolis, cosmopolitans, and you see fully blooded, young African, young Ghanaians standing selling petty goods, and none of them is a business professional. These are the petty things that count in our lives. But these madams can't tell you. They don't tell you. None of us is doing research. One person came to Ghana, researched into a plant, and discovered biofuel. The Americans came and took him. He taught them that that technology. They poisoned him. Why are we still paying more money for fuel if we can grow the plant here and make biofuel? Somebody somewhere is controlling your life. They won't let your government invest in that. It could have created jobs, and we could have exported fuel. And the huge amount of money that is leaving this country just fuel would have stayed here. So, Malam, if you don't rise up and preach against this thing, preach against the Europeans who are controlling our lives, preach against our politicians who are puppets of the Europeans, how do you come and tell me it's a generational curse? That's why you are suffering. This I'm telling you, these guys are the devils. They are the greatest liars ever. Nobody is looking for knowledge. Everybody is looking for cash. Nobody is doing research. Nobody is manufacturing. We say we don't like Apostle Sapo's car. How are we going to be rich? So our leaders, political leaders, traditional leaders, religious leaders are looting us. Then we import everything into this country. So our money is leaving. So we are not impoverished. We can't even buy brand new goods. And we waste a lot of time on the African continent. We don't know what is time. We don't know what is time. We waste a lot of time. We waste the resources. We don't know what is economics. Money desperation. People are looking for cash. Young guys in my community are driving motorkins instead of going to school because they want cash. These guys don't have future. But the madams don't know. Because they are saying education is haram. Do you know why they say that? We'll get there. Our women are not hustling. They said men should take care of them. Go to abroad. White women are working, or advanced countries, the women are working 6 to 6, 24/7, and they're taking care of themselves. And when an European woman, her husband dies, she will hustle and take care of her children. In my community, they will say, go to your uncle's house. Your uncle can't take care of his own children. How about the orphans? And filth is engulfing us, and religion. Everything we do is what are impoverishing us. It's not a generational curse. So you can realize that somebody somewhere is controlling your life. And how is that person doing that? The person is doing that through several avenues. And religion is the most important, is the integral part of our impoverishment. In the buses, everywhere, the preachers, So when Paul Kagame came into office, he closed all churches and mosques and said, go to school. He made education free, even including the old people. They should go and learn a trade and practicalize it. So everybody go to school, acquire a profession or a trade. You will get a certificate. So Ghana, we are supposed to stand at the entrances of the mosques and the churches. If you are coming and you don't hold a certificate, either through acquired through apprenticeship or tertiary education, you will enter and practice your foolishness. Go there and see. The people who are there, they are not professionals. And they are making us into our ears. So Paul Kagame came and closed all churches and mosques, liberalized the educational system, practicalized it, and today Rwanda is heaven. So it's not any Allah who blesses anybody. It's you. So you are your God, you are your devil. The idols you only conjure them to come and do what you want for you. And when they do their part, they are gone. If you don't do what you're supposed to do in the physical realm, you can never get there. So somebody is misleading us. Somebody is lying to us. He's telling us that we shouldn't offer sacrifices to our land gods. We should not honor our ancestors. We should raise our hands and pray to a particular God somewhere. But that God is non-existent. So we are praying to emptiness. Because the Arabians and the Romans themselves, they don't pray. They offer sacrifices. If you don't know, I'm telling you. So every religion, they have two factions. The mainstream religion and the occult. When you come to Islam, they have the Sufism and they have the mainstream religion. You go to Christianity, they have the Gnostic cults and they have the mainstream Christianity. You go to Buddhism, Zoroastrianism, Shintoism, they have them. So the leaders of the religion will be practicing idolatry secretly and tell you should be praying to a false god. They are lying to you. So, how were they able to impoverish us? How were they able to use the religion to destroy us? No prophet crossed an ocean to preach their words or their message. Prophet Muhammad didn't go to Turkey. He didn't go to Jordan. He didn't go to neighboring countries. Not even neighboring communities or cities. Only Mecca and Medina that he preached Islam. He didn't cross an ocean. If he had crossed the ocean to come to Africa, where will he start? Where will he end? Ghana alone, he cannot walk the whole of Ghana. So they say, Allah said, leave my religion to me. I will propagate it. So how did their religions come to us? It is merchants, traders, who spread civilization. Arabians, Muslims will bring goods to Africa to sell. And when they come, they will sleep at the market in their first entry. But when they get customers, the next time they come, one of them will take them inside. So when he is practicing the religion, you ask, what is that? Then he will tell you, it is our religion. Maybe the religion is for the whole world. Then you will take your children, your youth, to go there and learn and come. You don't sit down for some people to come with the Quran or the Bible to preach you religion. Who sent them? Who is sponsoring them? So the people who brought us the Bible, Christianity came before Islam. Who sponsored them? Who sent them? Because God's work, there's no payment. So if you want to cross oceans and do jihad and do evangelism, somebody must sponsor you. The person who is sponsoring you, where did he get his money? Why is he sponsoring you? Why did they have to cross the ocean and come here and teach our religion? Perhaps to save us. Why are they saving us? Perhaps they love us. So the love that they had for us. Are we their brothers or sisters or what? Agape love. After the agape love, what has become of us? We have now retrogressed. Even in their own religions, we have not progressed. So they didn't come to save you. They came for their purpose. They came for what they came for. Anything that came to African continent, Anything foreign in the African continent has not helped us. Democracy has not helped us. Elections has not helped us. Their drugs are not helping us. Their foodstuffs are not helping us. Their clothes, they are not helping us. Their religions have not helped us. Nobody is coming to the African continent to help Africans, because Africans, we don't need help. We have more than half of the world's wealth, and that's why they have targeted, the whole world is targeting us. So if you're a Muslim and you don't know, you don't have these facts, you can't reason. Because everybody is working against Africa. You have your enemy, you don't even know that that's your enemy. That's your problem. So when they came to preach us their what? Their religion. Now let's see what happened next. Let's see what happened next when they came with their religion. We were not Muslims, we were not Christians. Christianity came first in the late 19th century. And when they came, somebody said that there's no European solution to an African problem. That is John Henry Clark. The person who enslaved your ancestor will not solve your problem for you. They will not save you from any hell. If there's any heaven anywhere, these Romans and the Arabians, they enslaved us. They started slavery. They wouldn't have brought the Quran in the Bible to us. So there's nothing that will come as Africa that can solve African problem. There was no inflation, unemployment, corruption, debt crisis, viral diseases, poverty, ailments, hunger and starvation, filth, abortion, sexual promiscuity, teenage pregnancies, crimes and armed robberies, thievery, bloodshed, conflict, etc. on the African continent till these Europeans came and the Arabians came and double up. Hussein, listen to me. There was no inflation on the African continent. There was no unemployment on the African continent because our ancestors produced their own goods and commodities. Where is the mortar? Where is the mortar and the pestle? Where are the stools we used to make? Where are the headingware? The house, the clay pots and other cooking utensils. Where are the calabash? You don't throw your heritage away. You improve upon them. Fugis. So there were jobs on the African continent. Everybody was working. We produce our own goods and commodities, but they replaced everything. So there was no inflation, unemployment, corruption, debt crisis, viral diseases, several ailments, poverty, hunger and starvation, filth, abortion, sexual promiscuity, teenage pregnancies, crimes and armed robberies, thievery, pilfering, bloodshed, conflicts, etc. on the African continent, till the Europeans came to improve things, and today look at where we have reached. We didn't pay taxes, arms, and tithes. We didn't seek for aids, loans, and grants, and we did not import drugs, foods, and others. That's why Reggie Roscoe told you that. You think if the white people didn't come, Africa would have died? We were producing everything on the African continent. Today, they've succeeded in replacing everything. Let me read this. Let me finish this one and come. So there was culture, morality, respect, unity, and Ubuntu. You know Ubuntu? Black people loved themselves. They didn't go to leave their other. No. When they were going, everybody was going. So when the warriors were fighting, when the brother falls, they lift him. So we taught these Europeans everything. They lifted him. We helped each other. We did not sabotage each other. Today we are hypnotized, we are bewitched, we are mad, we are mentally deranged, we are desperate. That is why we are sabotaging each other. And nobody should have been desperate on the face of this earth, not even on the African continent, because we have everything. But because of this cabal. So there was culture, morality, respect, unity. Before till the white people came to improve things. Before the advent of Islam and Christianity on the African continent, we did not owe anybody. We did not borrow to survive. And listen here. This guy, Lord Macaulay's speech to the British Parliament in 1880 something thereabout. I read it to you. I have traveled across the length and breadth of the of this country, and I have not seen one person who is a beggar, a thief. Such wealth I have seen in this country, such high moral values, people of such caliber that I do not think we can conquer unless we break the very backbone of their nation, which is her spirituality and cultural heritage. And therefore, I propose that we replace her old and ancient education system and her culture. For if the African thinks that all that is foreign and English is good and greater than their own, they will become what we want them to become, a truly dominated nation. That means people didn't dominate us. Most people are saying he was saying this about India. Whichever land that he was talking about, that orchestration has also been mounted on the African continent. Everywhere these people go, they cause trouble. They cause impoverishment, but they get what they want. So listen, there are such high moral values, people of such caliber that I do not think we can conquer unless we break the very backbone of this nation, which is her spiritual and cultural heritage. So they brought their religions and destroy our spirituality. How did they do that? We will get there. You see that you are throwing away your gods. The Creator created national guards, regional guards, district guards, suburb, communal, cities, township, metropolitan, municipality, cosmopolitan guards, suburb guards, household guards, and turned round and told us through Prophet Muhammad that what he has created are blasphemous. We should not worship them. What kind of creator is that? Why did he create them? The Creator created idol spirits that human beings should offer sacrifices to those spirits. And the spirits will do what human beings want for them. Only for Prophet Muhammad to come and tell us that no, we should not offer those sacrifices to those spirits. Because the Creator says no. Meanwhile, it's the same Creator who created them like that. And after he has finished telling us his nonsense, we should come and offer sacrifices to his Allah, which he told us is the Creator. Stone, blood are idolatry, blasphemous. But you go to Mecca, there's a stone there. Rivers, gods are blasphemous, but we have Zamzam River. How is river water going to make you rich without superstition? That's idolatry. Islam, from head to toe, is idolatry. But because they derange your brains, they destroy your brains from childhood, you don't see these things. Even if we are exposing these things, you get angry, especially when you're a Muslim. Our ancestors worship the Creator through stones, or they worship their gods through stones and got what they wanted. And you came and told us that that's blasphemous. We shouldn't worship stones. Only for us to go to Mecca and worship the Creator through a stone. Prophet Muhammad came, went with the Arabians, conquered them, broke their idols, told them that they should come and worship the Creator, and finally told them that they should offer sacrifices to Allah, which is the Creator. And what is the major activity in idolatry? Offering sacrifices to the spirit. And you are telling us your Allah is the Creator, it's not a spirit. So Muhammad is the greatest scammer to ever walk the face of this earth. But because they destroy your brains, because they corrupted your brains, you mention his name and you bless him. And you mention your ancestors' name and you curse them. Because they say they were no Muslims. So when a Muslim dies, don't pray for them. So you are cursing your ancestors. And you are blessing somebody who enslaved your ancestors. Somebody whose grandfathers enslaved your ancestors. And he, Muhammad, has enslaved you mentally, but you don't know. So the person who has enslaved you, you are blessing him. And the people who fought, tried to liberate us, you are cursing them because your head is in your ass. Witinu a shawotum. Nkamafanya Christopher muti shamutum awagana ha. Mujimia eyamu hufie. This is what they did to us. So they lied to us. We threw away all our culture, our heritage, and they replaced everything with theirs. household equipment, ware, and cookware, utensils. They've replaced everything. Our clothes, they've replaced everything. Soaps and toiletries, pomades and everything, even including our herbal portion. We are now using everything about here. Meanwhile, the brains they used to make these things, our brains are even more powerful than them. Why don't we go there and learn and come and do re-engineering or improve upon our ancestors' own? That is why they brought the two religions and told you education is haram. Bring all your worries, Jesus will solve them. Then they use their theoretical curriculum to kill your creativity and innovativeness, because you go to study the parts of an engine on the blackboard instead of at the workshop. And they finish it off with their media. So they are telling you made from home, made in Germany, made in this. So you want foreign goods. And now they are damaging your brains with their foodstuffs, but you don't know. So this was how they manipulated us. They said they should break our spiritual backbone, our spirituality. Now we don't know anything about spirituality. That's why we are still Muslims and Christians. I was defending Islam before I went and studied spirituality. When I followed Quotation Master and Co. and Maharshi Spiritual University online, that was where I saw the secret. So every Muslim here, try and study spirituality and see what is going on. So every Muslim scholar, Mufti Mek, Dr. Zikr Naik, whoever, if they study spirituality, they will renounce Islam. That's why in the Quran, Allah said, do not delve in spirituality. It's not any Allah. It's people who wrote these things. They took our ancestors' scrolls. Our ancestors' scrolls. And they manipulated, they edited them, put other nonsense inside, and told you that it's coming from the Creator. The Quran is not the word of God. They are lying to you. It's human beings, human creations. So this is how they try to eliminate our own goods. And today, the black man, especially on the African continent, even black people worldwide, our only asset is our human anatomy that will come out of our mother's womb. Everything we wear, use on our bodies, or when we are sick, or we go and use them somewhere, like the stadia, the hospitals, everywhere, everything is being made by the white man. How can your gods make us prosper? So if Allah was the creator, he would have brought these ideas into the heads of the Malams. Allah would have done his miracle and bring you revelations. And I'm telling you that our ancestors are the creators, and they are those who are speaking through us. These are revelations, but you don't know. So if you think your Allah is the creator, for that matter, he is omniscient, come and debate me. And let's see who is more knowledgeable. If UT Idaho comes, I will ask him 1,001 questions, and he can never answer even a single one of them. He can't answer even a single one of them. I would have asked him one question, that UT, why is it that our city is depreciating? What is the main cause? I would have asked him that, what is the economic implications of $1 going for 11 cedis or 13 Ghana cedis? And it is not 13, it's not 11. It is 130,000 old cedis. What is the economic implication? He can't explain this thing. And why is our city falling? He can't explain this thing. I would ask him that, what is the major cause of poverty in the Muslim community? He can't answer these questions. So somebody said that is Jomo Kenyatta, and I quote, when they came, we owe the lands, and they have the Bible. And they told us that we should close our eyes and pray. After we finish praying and open our eyes, they were having the lands, and we were having the Bible, unquote. Jomo Kenyatta. How did they do that? We'll get there. Today, yam da ma obia debi. bundle the term, and you can make free. I'm what to me credit, So the support, please, the support is not coming. It's not coming at all. So send me your support, cash, logistics. Somebody has sold 2 clothes for me. The next I will be wearing the other one. Another person has promised to bring me set of clothes and footwear. I'm still waiting on them. God bless you, Mr. Jacko. So send your support through WhatsApp or through my Momo number +233 545 07 5470. You can also join my WhatsApp group on net. And the name I used to register that on Momo is Abdul Latif Seidu. Send me your cash. Because if I want to work, I can't do this thing. I need support. Go to YouTube, search for DJ Proddy episodes and subscribe. So, Chief Pontiac, that was the king of the Native Americans. It was his regime, the Europeans conquered America. And he said, they came with their Bible and religion, destroyed our culture and broke our spiritual backbone, and told us that we should be grateful to their Lord for being saved. And the corruption. Number 1, Africa tops the world with corruption, sexual promiscuity, teenage pregnancy, abortions, thievery, armed robbery, orphan asset consumption, and there be benino or witness yonko fifre bua to say biscuit, communication on soro cramp set to modawaho because one yes obey. But they told us they came to save us with their religions. So this is what they did to us. They succeeded in wiping away all our goods and commodities, the local traditional ones, and replaced them with their goods. Even today, Ghana imports over 50% of foodstuffs and meat and fish products. I was reading a story. There was a table. All African countries are importing foodstuffs. I said, what? You are sitting on the world's most fertile lands. Europe has no fertile land, arable lands. They come here to take phosphate, to go and make fertilizers, to nourish their lands before they can cultivate crops. And they have eaten and more are left. Their livestock, animals have eaten and grown plumpy. But we are dying of stomach ulcer. Because a malam, after leading prayers, and when they offer their supplication, we say, Kula la uku uku, every kushu mensa, wish, Allah give us what we will eat. At the time he is sitting on the most fertile lands on earth and declared education being haram. Instead of us to go to school, acquire knowledge, and come and make our own machines to till the land so that food will be in abundance, he says school is haram. And this same creature is praying to Allah that he should give us what we will eat. That is a walking contradiction. So their Muslim scholars don't want to come. They should come for wisdom. This is God's ways. These are God's ways, I'm telling you. They should come. I know they are sneaking and watching. Even if they won't watch for me to see them, they will download and watch it. They know that they have been misled one time. But they envisage, they anticipate that when we expose them, the Muslim youth and the Christian youth will rise up and come for their heads. That is why they are struggling. Those guys who are debating UTI Dawa, they are not knowledgeable. Excuse me to say, Abraham Moshe, when I watch him and UTI Dawa debate, I become sad. You don't go scripture, just go commonsensical. Commonsensical. So let them come. So, how were they able to destroy us like this. So when they were bringing, so I was saying that no prophet crossed an ocean to preach their message. No prophet. According to the Bible and the Quran narration, Jesus did not go to other, even it was only Israelis, he preached his words. Just like, and all the prophets, apart from Muhammad, were all Hebrew people. Oh, we understand. Even though Hebrew is a daughter language of Aramaic. So Arabic and Hebrew came out of Aramaic. So it is this Israelites and their ancestors, Abraham and his ancestors, that they mention in their book. That means that book is for the Israelites, not us. So that God there is the God of Israel, not the God of Ghana. Because why wouldn't the Creator mention at least one prophet across every continent? So it is Constantine who brought this nonsense to us. Because the Israelites did not force their religion on others, the Jews. The ancient Arabians did not force their religion on others, their idolatry. The Chinese are still worshipping their idolatry. And it is Buddhism. They did not force Buddhism on anybody. Shintoism, Japan, they've not forced it on anybody. Hinduism, India, they've not forced it on anybody. It's these Europeans who came and created Christianity and globalized them with war. And they saw that they were raking more wealth because the blessings you would have received from worshiping your idols, you are worshiping the idols and they're taking those blessings, so you'll be poor. And when they saw that, that was raking in more wealth, they said, no, let's go and create another religion. So Islam is the correction of Christianity. They corrected some of these things. How did they correct it? Where are the original Hebrew manuscripts? They burned them. Prophets rose, a prophet arose at Israel, and Europeans brought us his words, his religion. Where are the original Israelis? So when they went to Arabia, they created a prophet there and brought the Arabic Quran to us so that we will not ask of the original words. There were a lot of corrections they made. They told Africans, they told Christians that they should not offer sacrifices to anybody. Jesus came and died and ended animal sacrifices. And they saw that they were not getting more wealth. So in Islam, they brought it back. They brought it back. Offer sacrifices to Allah, offer sacrifices to Allah. You see? So when I'm doing a program on that, I'll enumerate all these things for you. So when they were bringing their religion, as I was saying, no prophet crossed an ocean to preach their way. So the people who brought us, if Islam was brought to us by merchants, we would have sent our youth there to go and learn it and bring it. That's the only way we can have the true Islam. But if some people move from Arabia and brought Islam here, who sent them? Who is sponsoring them? And God's religion, you don't force people into it. Christianity, they war with the world and conquer people they could and force them. The same thing with Islam. That already proved that they are false religions. So they force us. They brought people here to come and teach us Christianity. And what did they say? I read King Leopold's letter